welcome back to the Woo Crew podcast. Matthew is sick edition. I'm here with my co-host Bricks by Mine and my other co-host Killer Croc.
He's so scary.
Hi guys.
Oh. Ooh. That was so
Rick
scary. I was
Henry.
really nervous for a moment there.
Dude, don't worry.
Yeah.
It's just a minifigure. He can't hurt
I
you.
thought
Oh,
it was actually
okay.
here, dude. I was so scared.
Dude,
That
he's
was
okay. It's okay,
terrifying.
man.
Scared.
Look how small he is.
Sorry.
Look, this is like
He's just a
when
little
he's big.
tiny figure.
That's him when he's big. Look how small he gets. It's like Ant-Man, dude.
Yeah. Alright,
Wow,
well,
that's
welcome
crazy.
back to episode 9, I think, of the Woo
Is
Crew
it 9?
podcast.
Probably.
We've got stuff to talk about, not really this week. But
It's a slow week.
first off, yeah, it is.
Matthew's getting right into it.
it's-
There's no banter at the beginning. There's no fun. This is
We
not
had
a
the Killer
podcast.
Croc moment, man. Although that wasn't
Nobody
fun.
else
That was
was-
kind of scary.
I really like waffling for like 5 minutes at the beginning so everyone clicks off. I think it's really fun.
Yeah.
that, like,
Okay,
we don't
get-
even
let's get
into
in-
it for, like,
let's
5,
don't-
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's get into
So,
our first point.
To start off this podcast, we've got some big announcements. As I'm sure you can see, there's 3 of us again this week, and Henry, he's a little bit less of a special guest this week because he's already kind of been here. He's here again. So he's actually here because Sean, unfortunately, we've decided to go in a different direction, and that direction does not include you. You're being let go effective immediately. To China. Why don't you tell us a little
Yeah!
about
Well, actually, more pertinent to the viewers, Denmark first. I'm not going to be so full context bits aside. We mentioned this in the last podcast too, but we're saying it up front here so everyone knows. I'm going to be gone next week, the following week, and the week after that. Next 3 weeks, I'm going to be gone because I am first going to Denmark for Lego's Fan Media Days, which is of course the event they put on every year where. It's like
Yep.
30 different influencers come out, influencers and like blogs and stuff, fan media.
Not Matthew though. Matthew got uninvited.
Yeah. But they invite us all out to see a bunch of cool new stuff, and then there's events and whatnot. So it's very exciting. I will get to see potentially. I can't say exactly what I'm seeing. I don't know exactly what I'm seeing, but a good number of products that are releasing within the next 12 months, which is always very exciting. And I'll get to interview designers, spend time with people at Lego and with other Lego influencers. But yeah, that's on like halfway across the world. So I will not be here next week. And then after that, I am taking another vacation coming straight off of that with a few other Lego influencers. It's going to be me, Duck Bricks, Mini Heroes Today, Stud City, and Ethan the Artisan. We're all going to be going to China, and then Hong Kong, and then Singapore. So, big trip. I will be back on, what's the day? October 8th is the day I come home. So I guess technically there's a podcast on the 9th, but that will have already been recorded. But yeah, I'll be doing a bunch of cool stuff, filming content, having fun. But while all that's happening, Matthew and Henry are going to be keeping the podcast going, and I will be back on the
Yes.
episode on the 16th, which is 1 month from
Wow.
the day that we're recording this. Which is kind
That's
of
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe with that China trip there will be some Monkey Kid content involved there. I know somebody was asking for that last week, so
Hopefully. What if I just
rest-
don't film
rest
anything? I
assured.
just do this entire thing. And I'm like, I don't
yeah,
really
you
want
just
to.
wanted to go to China.
Sean, are you
I mean,
gonna find
That's
Sun
valid,
Wukong?
but I think when I'm with a bunch of influencers, I should be filming.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
But yeah, it's
we'll
gonna
keep
be
it
very
going.
fun.
We'll hold down the fort. This is why we've brought Henry on again this week. So,
but I also
welcome
last week's
back
episode was
again,
very
Brick
fun.
Henry.
I thought Henry brought a cool new dynamic to the show. Did anyone
absolutely.
comment the things I said to comment saying like I really,
The
really
one
want
person
Rick-
did. I think one person
person?
did,
Nice.
but that's because you said it at like the very end.
Yeah.
So if you want me to stay, like, well, you don't have a choice right now. In a month from now, if you want me to stay, comment on this video. I stand with Henry, and you
And
should
if
be
you
good
don't
to
want
go.
Henry to say no, I really, really, really don't want Henry to be on the podcast anymore with 12 exclamation points.
If it's less, if it's more or less
Yeah.
than 12, if that's
It
not
doesn't
like
count.
word, it doesn't count. We're
Exactly.
throwing
it
out, yeah.
Exactly.
So,
in fact, your comment will
um,
be deleted just so we make it easier on ourselves when counting the votes.
So-
So
yeah.
you know.
So that is that's kind of our housekeeping stuff. But moving on from that, we really don't have a lot of exciting news to talk about this week. But we are going to go back and kind of talk about some of the stuff we've missed in the past couple weeks, and then we wanted to revisit an exciting topic from a couple weeks ago because I think all of our opinions have changed for the better. But I want to start off this week with what is actually new. So I think right after we filmed last week, Lego revealed the new Christmas sets, of
Or
which
Chris,
there are
right.
we
two.
talked about Christmas sets last week, I think, or the week before, and then
2
they're like,
weeks.
no, there's
Yeah.
more.
So oh yeah, we talked about Christmas exclusive sets, but we didn't talk about we're getting two, like the this year's Winter Village set, as well as I don't even know what you could really call this, just like a large Christmas tree.
Yeah.
It's under the Lego Family line. I know that. That's what it's called. It's Lego Family.
Oh,
So-
right. Okay.
I'd like to start with the Christmas tree. So here it is on screen. We've got it working this week, so you can actually see what we're talking about.
Yeah, thank you
So,
to everyone last week who was concerned about that. We did answer your prayers.
Yeah. So what do we think of this one?
I have thoughts.
Yeah, I have
Um,
thoughts too.
For one, I think it's kind of ridiculous to have a set this expensive for like a Christmas thing. I feel like
Yeah.
stuff that is reaching this price should be like for themes that have like deep established fan bases. Like you can, if you're Star Wars, you've earned this. If you're Ninjago,
Well,
you've earned this.
One could argue
And-
that there is a deep established fan base
For
around
Winter Village,
Christmas.
yes, but this is like kind of not really a Winter Village set
I mean,
because it's.
I would say religion is one of the deepest established fan bases on the planet.
I mean, in Lego's never really,
This is an untapped market. Yeah, they do
Yeah.
a lot of Christmas.
But anyways,
so
this isn't even like a Winter Village set. So if you want to like include
Yeah.
it with a Winter Village, the set is designed. Honestly, I'm just now realizing this. I think what they're having in mind is you buy the train, and then you put this tree in the center of that train track.
I do believe that is the intention. So,
Yeah.
price aside on this, I think the build looks like garbage. I don't really know what happened here. I know Lego's got like this weird thing about using a lot of foliage pieces.
Are
and
these
oh
new?
boy, does it-
'Cause I've never seen these
Yes,
before.
yes, they're new.
They
Okay.
might, yeah, okay, they are. So that aside, I don't think this effectively looks like a Christmas tree. It's too
It's too stubby. Like it's not tall enough.
yeah.
I
It
think they've
needs, like,
done.
three
They
more
did a
tiers
Christmas
to
tree.
be effective.
They did a Christmas tree a few years ago that was like pretty
Mhm.
big, and that served the same
That's
purpose.
yeah. The one you're thinking of is like $40 or $50, and I feel
Yeah.
like it does exactly what this one does.
It's probably
except
around
it's,
the
like,
same. Like
$300 less.
yeah.
So also,
My main
like,
problem
looking
with
at
this set is so my mom collects all the Christmas sets. Like Winter Village aside, just anything Christmas that comes out, she'll buy it.
Mhm.
She's not getting this. Like she's not gonna buy it.
Have you spoken to her about it? Is she like completely?
I
is
have,
she out?
and she's already kind of disappointed about the other Christmas set. We'll get into that. And this one is just like kind of insult to injury, where it's like she's never gonna spend $330. She would have to
I
like
don't know who
contemplate. She collects all
is.
the modulars as well. If they made a $330 modular, she would have to like contemplate even
They
getting
did.
that
It's
one.
called the X Mansion.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I bought that one. She didn't. So
So are you gonna take one
Um,
for the team on this one?
nope.
Yeah.
This
Can I
this
get a
one
hot
doesn't
take?
have Charles in it.
Yeah. Go for it. Go for it.
I kind of like it. I agree.
Really?
Price is ridiculous. 330 is absurd.
I like the
Like
interior.
3,100 pieces. 3,100 pieces non-licensed. That is an absurd price. But price aside, I guess knowing that it is the build together line, I think this is the best set under the build together line yet. Because
Okay,
there's only
sure.
3. Right,
Sure.
the other ones being the message board and the duck brick set, which peace and love to my buddy Duck Bricks, but
Yeah.
not really into that one. And in the previous years I have had the opportunity to get the employee gift sets, which was through the Lego Ambassador Network. Of course, I'm very grateful for that, and it was a very fun activity to build them with my family because all of those are designed to be built together as well. So I kind of like the idea of them doing a build together set that's not this tiny little thing. This could be like a day-long activity, and I think it's fun to be able to put this together as a family during the holidays. And actually, Lan sent me this set, and I did not review it specifically because I want to hold on to it to do it around Christmas time with them. Yeah, it's a little stubby, I agree, but I think the new leaf pieces actually look pretty good. I love the way it opens up. I think that's awesome. The fact that
I
it's
think
more than
yeah,
just a tree.
the interior is
Does it
like the
open,
highlight.
or is it just open on the back?
It looks like it opens.
It looks
Yeah,
like it
it
opens. Yeah,
opens.
it
Yeah.
opens.
Oh, I thought it's
Um,
just open on the back. Okay, that makes me a little less. I in my head it's just a facade, but if it opens, that's I think a little bit better.
minifigures are also pretty great. I mean, they should be considering it's unlicensed and it's a $300
Yeah.
set, but still, I do like them. I like the classic space elf, the night elf, the Santa with the one of legs, the Mrs. Claus is very cool too. We've got Cataclaws, who everybody wanted.
I think
So
with the
Yeah.
minifigures, it's like a decent selection. I think for the
Mhm.
price,
I
I would have preferred
still,
maybe like a few more. But I also
yeah,
feel
oh
like these
definitely,
minifigures aren't anything you can't get and build a minifigure. You know, like
yeah.
yeah.
I
we've gotten
just,
a Santa that quality, a Mrs. Claus
I
that
still,
quality. You know.
I still feel like this set feels very weak.
I don't think
Mhm.
it's the strongest thing of all time, but like I don't know.
It should be for
I
the
see
price.
the message board on the shelf and I feel dread. This does
Well,
not
when
make me
we're
feel dread.
when
Like
we're comparing the two, but I feel dread for this set in a different way, and that is the fact that it is like when I'm thinking about my mom, she can't get this, and that's what makes
yeah.
me sad about it. Like realistically, when I saw these two sets revealed, kind of spoilers for the other set. I knew my mom wasn't going to be a big fan of the train, so I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
there's this set though, and then I look at the price because I figured this one would be like $80 just from the first picture I saw. It
Yeah.
is $330, and
Yeah.
I don't think there should be a Christmas set like this that is that much. If you want to make like the
Yeah.
biggest wreath ever for $330 and like include a Santa or something, do that. I don't know.
No, I don't think
I
Just
anything
get
kind
should
of
be
makes me
330.
what
sad.
brings me around a little bit on this set is seeing it not as a set for one person, but as a set for a family. Like if you see it at like if you
No,
do split it
I
into
get
four in
that.
your mind, I think there's a bit. But I agree that like it should have been probably with the size of it like 250. I feel like would have been
At
fair.
most.
Yeah.
I feel like it's I get the idea of making a Christmas set for the family to build that is on the pricier side. I think that is a good idea. But I feel like and I could just be like this my
So,
intuition is wrong
um,
here, but I feel like is a family really gonna put $330 towards like
like
an afternoon on Christmas? Like, is that something?
that,
Maybe rich
yeah,
families. I don't know.
that's
Yeah.
my
Well, I
thinking
mean,
towards this. I mean, if a family's getting a family gift, they're gonna get like a video game console or something. An
Mhm.
yeah.
Xbox is $50 more
This
than
is a
this.
decoration.
That's true. Another
I
okay, another
mean,
positive I'll give this set. The box isn't black, and that might be why I like it actually. Is I I got
It's
this
a
before
9
it was
plus
revealed,
set.
and I saw the box, and I went, "Oh, that's cute." But honestly, if this box was black, I think I would like it significantly less because it would feel like
It's not this
um,
time. This time it's not black. It's red and it has sparkles. It's not even like a
and
fun little
so
scene.
but this is beautiful,
move.
man. This is so cute. This is. Can Lego do more of this, please? I want red boxes with sparkles.
I would prefer that.
Uh,
If
back to
Arkham
the
had a red
boring
box with
old.
sparkles,
You would have bought it.
if the Death Star had a
Honestly,
red box with sparkles,
honestly, if Arkham had a red box of sparkles, I like. I'm not even joking. I would probably like it
wait,
more.
I'm
Like,
looking at the Death Star box right now. It has like a red glow around it with sparkles. We were
uh-oh.
almost there.
Uh, Anyways, moving on. Next up, we've got the next like official Winter Village set. This is the Holiday Express train. This is 956 pieces, and I believe $130.
Let's talk
Yeah,
about the set before we talk about the 3D
$130.
printed part because I have things
Yeah.
to say on that as well because I think that's an interesting
Yeah,
discussion. Let's talk about the rest of the set.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
My mom. So my point of reference with any Winter Village set is does my mom like it? Because I don't buy these,
Okay.
but she does, and that's like what got her into collecting Lego.
Hmm.
So like, does she like it? And the answer is no. However, she's been buying these since the first toy shop, and the only one she missed was the remake of the toy shop.
Hmm.
So she already has a train. In fact, she has
Yeah.
2 trains because there was an older Christmas train back before the Winter Village collection even existed that she went out of her way to get the pieces to rebuild. So she has 2 trains. She doesn't want a third one.
Yeah.
Now, I think the thing with this set is it kind of fills a different niche where that 2005 train, I think is when it's from, was a passenger train.
Hmm.
This one's more similar to the 2016 train. But I see this one more as like a parade float type of thing.
Yeah, I think that's
And
more in
I
line with what it
kind
is.
of wish they just did that.
I agree. That would be more interesting.
That being said, I get why they want to regularly make trains, because like it makes sense. Like if somebody's just getting into this, like that's almost 10 years ago that last train came out,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and I'm sure everyone's like, "Mm, they're gaining new collectors as time goes
Yeah.
on. So I get why they would want to do a new train. Um, that's
Yeah,
not really
trains
my
are.
issue with it though. I think my issue with it is it's just kind of like really lacking for the price.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest issue. Obviously, I mean,
Well, I think a big thing in
so
the price is the fact that they included a full track, which I feel like was
Mhm.
kind of unnecessary.
yeah, but I think what they're doing here is the intention that if you were to buy a holiday train set, it would come with a full track, like not a Lego
Mhm.
set, like
Yeah, I
a
get
like a
that.
holiday.
Yeah.
So I think that's the intention here is that you would set it up around your Christmas tree as you would a
Mhm.
not brick built train.
Yeah.
Um, that aside, I think the train here's cute. I like the color scheme a lot. Um, there's a lot of stuff I like about this set. I mean, the price is the biggest issue. It looks like an $80 set. It actually reminds me a lot of the old Toy Story train, if either of you remember that set.
Yeah, I don't know if I
Um,
see it, but I
so
kind of
okay,
get where
I'm
you'd
just
be
I'm
coming
just
from.
talking about with what it comes with. That is a very similar stylistic train.
Oh, like the
The
sizing and
the
stuff like
front
that?
Yeah, the front engine
Okay.
is almost the same shape, and then you've just got like three pretty tiny cars.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna compare this to one of my biggest points of reference. The most recent Hogwarts Express is the same size as this, and almost double the
Is it
length,
really?
and comes with a. It's the same price as this. Yeah, they're
Oh,
both
okay.
130. And that comes with also four train cars, but all four train cars are like double the length of the train cars here. And also it comes with a full platform and like 10 minifigures, and that is a licensed set. So I really feel like they kind of just like dropped the
Yeah.
ball here.
I
Like,
know train
will-
tracks like drive up the price a lot,
Yeah.
and like it makes sense why it's the price it was, because that original train was like 700 pieces, and I think that set was
yeah,
$100. So like if we're gonna count adding like $30 of price onto it, I get it, and I think there is more track
I
here than that original train as well.
I also feel like a big problem with Lego lately has been they're like, yeah, it's 950 pieces, but it's so many tiny pieces that
Mhm.
it doesn't bulk the set in the way that I really feel like it should.
Yeah,
Well, I
absolutely.
mean,
And this is
that's just Lego in general. Like because I've been going back
yeah,
and reviewing older Ninjago sets recently, and it's like a lot of the prices are very similar to what we have today in terms of price per part, but the pieces back then were so much bigger. We didn't have all these little
Yeah.
detailing pieces, but it was before Lego
hmm
dots. It was before even like open studs were a thing. So like
yeah.
Do you guys have
rounded
the
tiles were a thing.
Do you guys have the turbo shredder?
Which
That
one
was
is
No.
like
that?
that was like the kind of like tank looking skull vehicle with like the
Yes,
mouth that like
I
bit
had
down. Yeah.
I had two of that set.
That set was I think $30 back in the
It
day.
was 30. It
And
was
that
30.
thing, a set of that size now, not piece count or anything, just that size. Honestly, maybe piece count, depending on how things are going now. That would be like $50, $60.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, that's just kind of
but
the way Lego has gone, though.
yeah.
And I mean, they've turned less from focus on toy and more on a focus on model building, right?
Mhm.
hmm
Detail, and that you could, depending on who you are, you might say that is a good thing, you might see that as a bad thing, but that just is a change that has happened. I will say with the back to the train, you mentioned that like, oh, if you bought a model train, it would come with a full track. Yes, but it would also probably come with a motor, which this does not have. They're already selling the motor
Yeah.
separately, so I feel
This
like they should
doesn't
just
even.
advertise you could.
I know that
It does.
first train from 2016 was like set up to accommodate for a motor. I don't. Is
This one
this
hmm
does.
one? Does it?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it able to?
advertised on the.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. I think the
Uh,
motors. The
So
motors
I
have
feel
just
if they're
gotten like way
advertising
yep.
that
smaller.
anyway,
I
they
guess.
could have just advertised, "Hey, you can buy more tracks and then include less here and then make the price
hmm
lower."
Mhm.
I think that
Uh,
would have been the best way to do things here. Also, I mean, very uninteresting minifigure selection. We got 4 minifigures, and
Yeah,
none of
4
them
is
feel
really rough.
special.
There's not even like a kid
nothing.
here.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
You're like
Well,
missing
this is
it.
an
Like,
18+ set. No kids allowed, dude.
dude, tell that to the elf house.
And
I guess
then
they're not kids; they're elves.
we have something very important to talk about this set. Train aside,
Hmm.
Another
as you
train.
can see on screen here, yes, there's another train, a 3D printed piece in this set. So this is interesting. What
I
do
have
we
very
think of
mixed
this?
feelings on it because on the one hand, I get it. It's like because for those who don't know, this train can actually like roll around and like little steam stack goes back and forth. Um, so that's something that no matter how like intricate Lego made a regular molded
Mm-hmm.
piece, they could not get that functionality in a shape that small. So I
Yeah.
get like the interest in doing something a little bit different. That being said, it's weird. Like even in the official pictures, you can tell it's a noticeably different, lower quality plastic that they're using because it's 3D printed. That's just what it's going to be. Um, and it does
So
sort of take away from the magic of Lego because part of Lego is like making things in this system and just being like, well, we can't make anything in the system, so we're gonna just 3D mold this thing where all the functionality is packed into one part. I feel like it loses a lot of the magic of Lego. So I don't know. I don't know if I like it or not.
Have you guys seen the I think it's New Elementary that did it on Instagram? That video of like the kid standing on it.
yeah,
Yeah,
I did see
It
that.
doesn't break. Yeah, that was cool. I think
yeah.
that's kind of
So
like a lot of people were worried
I
about durability. I don't think that was ever. I
I
am curious
feel
to know if this like changes the price at all. I don't think it would.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
I feel uniquely qualified to talk about a 3D printed Lego piece because that is something that like I make myself. So I find this to be very interesting because they're advertising it as a 3D printed piece, and the public thinks of 3D printing as extrusion printing, or if you know a little more, resin printing. So extrusion printing is the most common type of 3D printing that uses filament, like a spool of filament. It melts it and it creates layers. It has a very distinct look. You've seen those prints before. They always have the layer lines. It's pretty unavoidable. Resin printing also has layer lines. The parts are a lot higher quality and detail, but they still have a like pretty distinct look to them. This does not look like either of them, which I'm sure some people have noticed because it isn't either of them. This is a different kind of 3D printing. If I understand correctly, this is like a powder-based 3D printing that uses lasers essentially in a vat of powder to harden the powder into a solid. And I'm pretty sure that's what they're using here. Which is really interesting because when they say 3D printed piece, that makes it sound like something you could make at home. That's not an at-home type of 3D printing. The powder is toxic. You can't really handle it at home, and the machines are hundreds of thousands of dollars sometimes. So, like, calling this like a 3D printed piece almost feels deceptive because, like, yes, it is 3D printed, but like, it's not 3D printed in the way people would understand it to be 3D printed. And like,
I
I
think
really wonder.
I think they wanted to make that distinction just because it's like if they just threw
Not
this
like
piece
an
in the set,
injection molded piece. Yeah.
people would be like, "What is this?" You
Yeah,
know?
why is it
Like,
all like crumbly? Why is
yeah.
the texture like that?
So the production method aside, looking at what this is, I do not understand why they felt like this had to be included in the set. I agree with Sean's point as to like it really does detract from the system of like we have all these pieces that can make anything except we didn't make a train. Just like I think in the Christmas tree set, they have a brick built like little train that does exactly what this does in play essentially. I mean, yeah,
Well,
this
but it
can
does. The
roll and
wheels don't
yeah.
go. The smokestack doesn't go back and forth, and that's I wonder. And I don't even know if it's a bad thing, but it's a new thing for Lego, and it's like, what does this mean for
Hmm.
the future? Because like, what's to stop them from
I
say they find this really cool like Technic function that would only work
Hmm.
in 3D printing, right? What is that just going to become like a regular system thing where we have these 3D printed parts with like these like
I
imagine
kind of
a
see it as like it's kind of like a thing that could save lives, but they could get corrupted by that thing.
yeah.
Like I could easily see this becoming like if there's like a minifigure function
Hmm.
or like you want to include like a minifigure function, I feel like that'd be so weird.
Yeah.
You know, like
And
a
like
tiny piece that like would like, I don't know, give some sort of action minifigure.
Something that I
The
also question
creatures that
about
move
this
like the
is,
original Bionicles, where they can.
Mm. But my thing with this is like, where now does the line get drawn between what people consider like official Lego compatible and like custom? Because like,
To be fair, that I feel like that ended a long time ago. We have official Lego pieces that are shoelaces and pieces of paper. Like,
I guess that is true, but like, I do feel like this does kind of serve to legitimize a lot of the customizing community. Um,
and we
In
can't
because,
do that. We can't do that.
Well, in
no,
terms
but
of like,
I
what do you
think
mean?
that's a good thing. But like
In
okay,
what way?
think
You
about
mean
like
like
a purist customizer.
okay?
They wouldn't typically be cool with a 3D printed piece, but like if Lego is using 3D printing as a means of production, where's that line? Like, what difference does it make if yes,
I think
the type of
you
printing
can
they do is not what I'm doing at home,
you
but
can make, if you have an injection mold, you can make a Lego piece with your own custom mold. Nobody's gonna count that as a purist thing, though. I
yeah,
think
that's true.
the term purist is it has to come from a Lego thing.
Hmm.
I'm
And
gonna
I
make
know
a
that
mock of a minifigure with that train for a head. I'm gonna call it
call it Thomas.
I feel like you could actually make a decent Thomas
Yeah,
custom
you
with
put
this
like one of the
piece.
like the dots, like
Hmm.
emoji faces on there. Easy.
Wait,
Yeah.
okay. Oh wait, okay. Thomas fans of the audience for cooking.
But I don't know. I think this is really interesting. This is not the first time they've done it, but this is the first time on a wide release, like in
Yeah.
stores set they've done it.
Yeah, I think previously it
Well,
was like
also when
inside
they
tour stuff.
yeah,
It
the inside
was.
tour stuff. I also didn't realize this is what they looked like because like all the pieces were all the pictures were really low res and stuff because it was such a niche thing. This is like
Yeah.
our first time seeing it in HD and seeing that the texture is so different makes me like
Hmm.
go, oh, huh. But I'm not. I don't think it's a bad thing, but I'm curious to see where it goes because I do have a fear of it becoming
So
like a commonplace
I'm
thing.
gonna be
Like too
honest. I
commonplace.
actually think the photography makes the texture look worse than it is. I think the
It
texture
probably
will be
does.
very
Yeah.
similar. So you know, like slope pieces,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's
that's
just
kind of what I was
essentially that.
expecting from those pictures. I don't think the texture
Um,
even looks that bad.
I don't either. I actually like. I think it looks decent.
Yeah.
But like this is what I want the most from this set. Like, I really would like to get my hands on this just to like mess with it.
Yeah, my mom's gonna get
Um,
the set regardless, so I'm really
I want to get.
excited
I
to
want
see
to
it in
tear it
person.
apart piece by piece and show you're not strong.
I want to see what makes it tick.
um,
Tear it down to its finest parts and make something anew out of it.
but I am very curious to see like what this means for the future of Lego because like, will we ever start to see this in licensed sets? Like, can they use this to make more specialized pieces on like a one-off basis?
And that's the other thing is with 3D printing, it's a lot easier to change the machine to make something else, right? Like you don't have to do a whole production
Well,
run. It's very
yeah, so with 3D printing there is no mold. Molds
right,
cost
exactly.
I think Lego's molds are like $100,000 each. Like every piece costs a
They
ton
paid
of money.
$100,000 to make the whipper head. Think about that.
Think of
Well,
it
like
this way. Think of it this
that's
way,
why they
though.
like to get as much use out of molds as they can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you got to think of it this way, though. Yes, you may not have like a physical mold that you have to have like stored somewhere or keep around, but you have the digital one. And like eventually computer space that adds up. If you've seen the
I don't think.
movie War of the Worlds, that's kind of like a big thing in that. So yeah, data it's like it is a big thing, so just keep that in mind.
But on that note, it makes me wonder, like, what if this becomes the future of like specialized molded pieces of
Hmm.
like, oh,
I hope not.
we want to bring the Ninjago snakes back, but we don't want to put $100,000 into making the molds for one wave, so we're gonna get 3D printed Shogun head this way. Which
If it's done right, I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
right,
I think
well,
there's
yeah.
some
My
that could
initial impression is
absolutely
like
work
I
for
would
that.
prefer an actual mold, but like if it's that or nothing, that would be kind of cool. So I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
curious to see where if it makes it easier for them to do those special and like if they do something like that where there is no moving parts and if the texture feels okay and they can still print on top of it, I don't think I'd have an issue with that. So
Yeah,
Right.
I'm also very curious to see like how printing would work on top of these pieces.
Yeah, because we haven't seen any yet.
No.
Yeah.
This is a very new thing, but I mean, I'm interested to see where it goes.
I guess to summarize it, I would say that like making 3D printed parts is really smart, but it could also be very dangerous
Well said. Well said.
if they take it too
Brilliant.
far.
Yeah, like I said,
Yeah.
it's a thing that could save lives, but you could easily get corrupted by that thing.
Yeah, you could get corrupted of that thing.
Yeah.
So next up, a big set recently came out this past week. Arkham Asylum. How do you say that?
That
Yeah,
one just came out this week.
I bought it. It's called I was trying to figure out because I went to the online when I was checking the stock, I was gonna go to the Lego store anyways that Friday.
Mhm.
And it said that it was out of stock, and I'm like, that's weird. It just came out.
Yeah.
And I went in there and I'm like, I was trying to figure out what the set was called. I couldn't figure it out. So I just called it the Joker's house, and they kind of like after like maybe 20 minutes of talking, we figured it out. They did have it. So this is actually a conclusion to the Lloyd DX story from last week, because this is what I spent the money on.
Nice.
That and VIP points.
So this is one.
I had a dream about Lloyd DX last night. I'll tell you that afterwards, but it probably came because of your story. I was wondering why I was dreaming about Lloyd DX.
So Henry, when me and
Mhm.
Sean talked about the set, I was like in love with it, and then we looked more closely at it, and I completely like kind of fell off of it.
Okay,
I'm like,
I watched that episode, but I don't remember the conversation aside from you guys not liking the jumpsuits. Could you like kind of recap how that went?
I was just like excited about it, and then we looked closer at it, and I was like, wait, this isn't as good as I thought it was.
Okay.
My basic thoughts were I thought the building itself looked way too thin. Like knowing that it's on a modular base, like the cells and everything looked so thin that I was very uninterested. I think I'm not against jumpsuits, but I think the character choice for who was jumpsuit and who was not was very dumb because like the characters who we want full bodies for were the ones put in jumpsuits. And I think dedicating so much of the minifigure budget to the Bat family was a little lame in a set. Like, we've got plenty of them in other sets. I think Arkham should be about the villains, so you should focus on them more.
Okay.
That was my thoughts.
My thoughts were I like it enough to want flaws and all. And I was planning on just getting this for Christmas. It was going to be my my Christmas set. However, I literally bought it on an impulse buy. And I partially I did that because it forces me to get more creative with what I want for Christmas. Because I don't think there's any other big set out right now that I would want in that place. And I wanted it anyway, so it's like I either get it now or I get it for Christmas.
Are you gonna get the Enterprise for Christmas now?
Yeah, I need the Charles head somehow.
Yeah, I need Spock and Captain Kirk.
Yeah, probably not even gonna build the rest of the set. I just want those 3 minifigures specifically. No, this set, I was looking forward to it just because I liked it enough to buy it. That being said, having it in hand, this might be my favorite set of the year.
Really?
I'm really shocked with how much I like it. I don't think the pictures do it justice. I think the pictures make it look
sets like that recently. I feel like Lego needs to up their advertising because I don't know why, but they make every set look horrible.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that next. But in terms of the interior looking pretty cramped, I thought it did too from the pictures. Getting it actually built, there's so much room inside, like way more than I thought. And I really think that's because they don't show proper pictures of the inside. They show like the most cramped pictures possible with like the picture of the padded cell with the door open with Joker in there, crowded with minifigures. Like that is the most cramped that you could make that room without putting every minifigure in the set in there. That room is super spacious. I think a better way to go about that would just show top-down pictures of the floors. The cells are pretty small, but also they're jail cells, so like I'm okay with them being tiny. But like yeah, the interior is surprisingly spacious. Also, I want to talk about the fact that it's a modular because going into this set, that was my biggest complaint. I'm like, X Mansion being a modular took a lot away from that set because okay, you have what is it, 4 studs in the front dedicated to the sidewalk. I think it's 4 studs towards the end, 6 in the middle. And then on top of that, you also have the grass. So that's I forgot how many. I think around like 10 studs in the front is dedicated to just nothing. And then you also have like 6 studs in the back, and these are all just approximations. I don't remember the exact stud number. Point is, there's a lot of stuff dedicated to in that set that to like make it a modular and fit in within that modular style that take a lot away from it. Um, and those problems do not exist here. There's no sidewalk dedication to this. It's not meant to like fit on a sidewalk. The building goes all the way out to the edge of the base plate instead of having a sidewalk go all around it. And that alone gives it a bunch more room. It also goes to the back of the base plate. There's like a little like 8x8 corner in the back. That's for room back there. And that's it. That's the only like back space you get. Perfect. In the front, there's a little bit of sidewalk, but it's the corner of the base plate. It's not like they're dedicating room to put there. It's just, oh, we have a curve for the gate. We'll just make the sidewalk with the rest of that. It feels like this is, yes, it's a modular, but it doesn't feel like it's made to be like compromised in any way because it's a modular. Like I don't think this set wouldn't even look good on a city street because the sidewalk would just like hard end there. It's also just like a jail, so you wouldn't want to put it in a city either way. Also, like, I'm not a huge DC fan. I'm not a massive like Batman fan even. I'm a very
I mean, you're a
casual
big
Batman
Zack
fan.
Snyder fan, though.
Zack Snyder, yes, but he only did one kind of Batman movie and then Suicide Squad. So, uh, this set has like so many references in it that are like, man, it made me wish that X Mansion had like this level of love because it kind of like leaves that set in the dust in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I think the colors they really nail. The brown is like just going straight brown because I feel like you could have made this like dark gray and just killed it. Like you would have ruined the set. Or even like any other color brown, just doing straight reddish brown was like, and that's what they did on the other 2 Arkhams that they made. And I mean, it works well for a reason. Like it fits that really like rustic look. Not even rustic. I don't even know how I would describe it.
I think it's gothic.
Gothic, really, yeah. It fits. It just nails it so well. Like when I see that, I think like that is like what Arkham Asylum should look like. And then the
I always think
interior.
it's
Go
very
ahead.
cool whenever a Lego set manages to use a common color in a way that feels
Right.
unique.
Mhm.
Like I think of
Yeah.
that with the that Monkey Kid Ocean Palace just uses regular Lego blue, but it uses it in such a great way where it feels very
Right.
regal, even though that's like the most common Lego color. And I see
Mhm.
this as a very similar thing where it uses that regular brown so well.
And like, how many modulars have we gotten that just use regular brown? Like 2, 3, maybe.
I don't even know.
I think it's like half the pet store, half of the, not even half, like a floor of the detective's office, and then the cafe, like that very first one. Um, I mean, like X Mansion, how many modulars have we gotten using that brown? Same with the Sanctum. So I don't know. It's just I feel like this is easily the best superhero modular, and it's not even because it works well as a modular for me. It's just like it works the best despite being a modular. You know. I also think the jumpsuits, I have absolutely no problem with because part of me feels like they might just reuse these heads and save on budget a little bit and just like do new torsos.
I mean, that would be nice,
Because for
but
most of these, you just kind of have to do a new torso. You can reuse the Killer Croc head, the Bane head, the Scarecrow
yeah,
head, and we've
yeah.
gotten plenty of Jokers and Harleys and Penguins. I'm not worried about those. Uh,
I
like
think my bigger question is: are we going to get Batman sets to put these minifigures in? Because
I don't know.
they,
I mean, I would hope so, but
That's what I'm thinking. Like, it's Lego
yeah.
DC is so nothing right now that like it. I don't know the fact that like Mr. Freeze is without a jumpsuit, and then what? It's Harley and Poison Ivy don't have jumpsuits. Harley does,
Harley has a jumpsuit. Poison Ivy does not.
and who else
Although
does
Poison
not?
Ivy, here's the thing: for each minifigure that has a jumpsuit, they have a cell in Arkham as well. Poison Ivy is the only one that has a specific cell, uh, and she's the only one like that's supposed to be inside the prison without a jumpsuit.
Okay.
Joker's
And that
cell is the
minifigure's
padded
awesome.
cell.
Don't get me wrong, but we've had Poison Ivy minifigures plenty of times before.
I think
That's why I'm like,
Bar the
Uh,
movie one, this is the best one though.
yeah.
And like it's the first time I believe that we've gotten like a green skinned poison ivy, which
It
is
is.
really cool. I think the bigger one for me that's like completely new would be the Riddler. I think that's a little weird to do a whole new
Yeah.
minifigure for, but even then
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm not even complaining because like I really like the jumpsuits, honestly. Uh I get like wanting the normal versions of them. Me personally, I have normal versions of Scarecrow and Bane. I don't have a Killer Croc, but that's besides the point. Uh, but even then, I feel like having them in the jumpsuits inside the prison makes it a lot more complete as a build. And you can
Mhm.
have like uh the prisoners who aren't in jumpsuits like outside the prison, and it gives you more
Yeah.
of a diverse. It gives you a much more like diverse display.
Yeah, I don't have any issue with the jumpsuit count. I just would have changed the status quo of who is in and who is out if I wanted
Mhm.
to make the set more interesting. If I was the designer, because
I guess. I guess.
you could have changed things up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't know, Mr. Freeze being just the one from the 4+ set is like, really? Is this really what we're doing?
Yeah. In terms of the Bat family, I only care about Batman and Robin. I do like that Batwoman minifigure though, and I'm happy to. I don't like her cape, but I get for a display thing. I get why it's like that. It's whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um, Batwing, I know nothing about. It's a
I
cool
don't think
minifigure, I
anybody
guess.
does.
I just don't know who it is.
Yeah.
If they
And
included it
those
for like,
minifigures too, I think they're good. I just don't think they
mhm,
needed to be in that set.
yeah,
Like
if they
Yeah.
included Batwing for diversity's sake, um, I'm okay with that. I mean, it's a fine minifigure. I don't think there's really anyone I would have wanted in place of him. Unless it was
I would
like,
have wanted
unless I
Nightwing.
found out a designer came out and was like, yeah, it was either Batwing or a 2006 style Clayface, and then at that point I would have been like, just put Clayface in there, man.
okay, maybe not just Bat, but if they cut Batwing and Batwoman, and like it was just Batman and Robin and a bunch of villains, they probably could have fit Clayface in there if they cut too many figures.
Yeah,
With
too.
just,
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I do think
in my
what's
opinion,
cool
for
about the
Arkham
lineup.
Asylum, that would have been better.
Which one?
In my like for an Arkham Asylum set, I would rather have one more full villain than
Hmm.
have two Bat family members.
Sure.
Hmm.
Like I
Uh,
understand needing Batman and Robin, but anything beyond that just feels like extra.
yeah. I believe this set has every character that they made as villains, at least in the 2006 wave, except for Two Face, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that's a weird one to leave out. I guess they didn't want to do his hair.
The thing is,
Hmm.
we got like a new Two Face
Although
hair mold earlier this year, so
Oh,
they
that's
could
true.
have.
Yeah.
there's also the factor of the 2021 Two-Face minifigure didn't even use a new hair mold. It just used Bruce Wayne's hair printed.
That too.
So they didn't need to do a new mold for that. They could have thrown him in here.
But yeah, I really like the set. I like the van a lot.
Mhm.
I like the floor
I
colors also kind of nail it for me because one side is like sand blue and the other side is sand green, and I'm a sucker for sand colors.
Yeah.
Sand green is my favorite Lego color, and just my favorite color in general. So
My favorite Lego color is the color of the jungle dragon from Ninjago. I can't remember the name
that's
of
a
that
good one.
color, but
Is it teal? Like
teal.
canonically?
Yeah.
Teal
So
or
I like this
dark
set.
turquoise, I think, is the
You
Lego color name.
you and the other Brick Fools sending pictures of it have made me like appreciate this set a lot more, but
Mhm.
this is not really high on my priority list. It's definitely
That's
not
fair.
like ousting because like my big three for the rest of the year. Number one is the Enterprise, number two is Twilight, and number three is the Baratier. Like those are the
Mhm.
three that like I still really want.
Yeah,
I don't
for
know if
me,
I'll be able to get
for
them
me,
all
like
before the end of the year.
out of those three, like I have Twilight. I don't care about One Piece. I don't care about Star Trek. So like, I care about Batman enough,
Yeah.
and I like the set enough. So
Yeah, I mean you've got different
yeah,
tastes than I do, and that's okay.
yeah.
Like
Also,
No, we
one
all have
last
to
thing.
have the same exact opinion, dude. Every
one
opinion
last
is exactly the same.
one last thing I want to mention about this set, off the top of my head. There's probably more stuff I want to talk about with it, but I'm not remembering it right now, so it's fine. Uh, it's on a 32 by 32 base plate, but the way the walls go out to the edge of the base plate make it look way wider than it actually is, and I think that is like
that's cool.
something a lot more modulars could try to do. You know?
Hmm.
Yeah, just like a really surprisingly good use of the space. I mean, is it worth $300? I don't think any set is worth the price they're asking these days. And I don't think this is the worst $300 set out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
You want to hear my
Well,
dream I had about
Yes.
Lloyd
yeah.
DX?
Yes.
Okay, so it's one of those dreams where like while you're there, it feels like real life, but then you wake up and I'm like, that's a video game mod.
Yeah.
So in the dream, I was building the Simpsons house, the Lego Simpsons house.
Okay.
And when I completed it, it did that thing in Lego games where it goes like it makes the sound effect. And when you did that, the minifigures of the set would sort of spawn in.
Okay.
But I discovered a glitch where instead of spawning the Simpsons minifigures, it pulled like a bunch, like 6 random minifigures from my collection and made duplicates of them. Because my sig fig was in there. And then I was looking at the other. Also, for context too, I was building it, but then when it was finished, it was life size, and I was inside of it because I was in the garage.
Oh wow.
So it doesn't fully make sense, but so my sig fig was in there, and I'm like, no way, it could copy any minifigure, and Lloyd DX was in there. So then I go into our group chat, and I'm like, guys, look what I just got, and I sent the picture of Lloyd DX, and then Mo starts going, dude, I need that. You need to get that. I need that.
Dude, that's such a Mo thing too. He's wanted that minifigure for so long.
I'm seeing Mo on Saturday because I have a layover in Toronto.
Yeah.
I think that's why it was like that. So that he and I come up with a deal where he would go out to the store where I bought Pokemon Scale World and he'd buy a bunch of them for me, and I would trade him for the Lloyd DX.
Wow.
So yeah, I found the infinite Lloyd DX glitch, and then I was very sad when I woke up and I found out it wasn't real.
I hate those dreams where you like find where you like get or find a toy that you've been wanting, and then you wake up.
Yeah, I have those very often.
Yeah.
Do you guys? Okay. This happens like twice a year without fail. Usually more so around Christmas time is when it's more prevalent. I will have a dream that I find the new Ninjago wave. Like in stores early before it's revealed. This happens like every time there's a Ninjago release period. Literally every time. The one time it was like the most accurate was the Core Temple. And I think that's probably because we saw it in like promotional pictures before the set was revealed.
So I don't have that, but my recurring Lego dream is I call it the Lego Dimensions dream, and this is probably 2 to 3 times a year, where I have a dream that I'm watching a Nintendo Direct, and they announce Lego Dimensions 2 is coming out. All the old characters compatible. Also, there's brand new characters. Sometimes it's Dimensions 2, sometimes it's like a PC port, sometimes it's just like a definitive edition on the Switch. But like it's some variation of that, and it's to the point where I'm in these dreams and I'm like, man, the Dimensions port was announced 5 years ago. Is that ever coming out?
Dude, like
I've actually Google searched like Lego Dimensions port release date while awake because these dreams have happened so many times that like it's infused itself into my as it's a recurring thing that it was announced in the past, but then we never heard anything about it.
That's really funny.
I'll have dreams where I go to like I'm at Walmart. Do you guys have like recurring locations in your dreams that are only in your dreams? Yeah.
I have one that I've had since I was a kid. That was like one section in the Toys R Us that I went to as a kid.
Yeah, I have me too. I have a Toys R Us one.
I have like some weird mall that I designed.
I have a mall. I have a mall as well.
Very like it's a very like seedy looking mall too. Like it doesn't feel like the kind of mall I'd actually want to shop at. And I don't even think there's like a toy store there. It's just like a place that I go in my dreams.
So my mall has a Lego store. It has like a GameStop. It has it's like Barnes and Noble, but sometimes it'll shift to be like whatever it needs to be for whatever like collectible I'm looking for. Because if it's not Lego, I go to that like collectibles that store in my dream, and it just becomes whatever needs to be there.
Okay.
And then it also has like behind the mall, there's a half Barnes and Noble, half Target back there.
Okay.
That's kind of the layout. And then I can like
phenomenal.
I could go way in depth on like my recurring dream locations because they're detailed. I don't want to go into that though because that's a side tangent. But the recurring Lego dream that I have, aside
put them
from
to the
like
side of your screen, they're kissing.
Aww.
Ew. Ew.
But the recurring Lego dream I have aside from finding new stuff is I'll either find old sets, which I know is pretty common. I think that's like a Bionicle community thing where people have
Is
dreams
it?
of seeing Bionicle on shelves. Yeah, that's like if you look up the Bionicle dream, that is like a phenomenon that happens.
I've been thinking lately, so with me like getting into the Blockies figures more, I'm like, this is literally just modern day Bionicle. Like this is the closest thing we
Yeah.
have today to Bionicle, and it made me kind of
Oh.
like wish Bionicle still existed.
I saw some people saying that with the 3D printed parts is that's how they could do Bionicle again. Like if they don't want to make new molds for all the masks and stuff, they could print.
That could be interesting.
Maybe. I feel
that
like
being said,
modern
doesn't sell,
Bionicle
so
would be
that's not happening. But
modern Bionicle would
Yeah.
be brick built if they did it. Like,
I think it
with the
would be in the
masks.
style. I think it would be in the style of the like big Marvel figures.
Yeah, I agree. Something like that,
But
or
with
like
that,
Ninjago mechs.
we're at 51 minutes, so I think.
Okay.
Matthew said 40 minutes today because he's tired and sleepy. So
And
we're
sickly.
not allowed to keep going. He's sick. He's a
Yeah, sorry,
disgusting,
guys.
sickly creature.
Yeah, that's why we had to do this one on Discord, and we couldn't film in person.
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly why. I've
we
been
are
sick like the past 5 days, so
Mind you, we are still in a pandemic as well, so that also accounts for why we
Yeah.
couldn't film in person as opposed to last week when we did. So
Yeah,
are we wrapping it up here?
We are wrapping it
Okay,
up.
that was good. End of
watch my
podcast
video where I
banter.
built this guy. It's a really good video.
No
Go
way,
watch
it's
it.
Ryuderman.
Ryuderman. Enter the contest. It's a good one.
It's
Lots
too
of
late
good
to
entries
enter
already.
yesterday. It ended 2
What
days
the
ago.
heck? Okay, don't enter the contest, but enter the next one, please.
Yes, except there's not gonna be another one until next year, but that's okay.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much for watching
Thanks for watching,
Woo
everybody.
podcast. I've been Matthew. This has been Bricks My Mind, and this has been Bricks Henry.
Hi. Bye.
Me and Henry will see you guys next week. Bricks
And
My
I'll
Mind
see
will
you
see you in a
in
month.
4 weeks. 4 weeks.
Yeah,
So
pretty
next
much
three
4
won't be
weeks.
here. See you in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
You'll see me on
Bye,
my channel.
Sean.
I have stuff filmed for my channel. See me on my channel. Bye.
Bye. Henry, wave. Henry.
Bye.
Henry, wave. Bye.
Well, Matthew, now that Sean is going to be gone, I got some changes I want to make around here.
Yeah.
It's called the Sensei Yang podcast. The Yang Gang, if you will.